Hey, everyone out there. Before we get this podcast started, I just want to give a huge shout out to Humminbird. Humminbird is today's sponsor of today's podcast. As you guys know, if you've seen our videos, we run a lot of Humminbird electronics, the Mega Live 2, the Explore units. We love all of the technology that those guys are coming out with. And a little birdie told me that they might even be coming out with some new stuff that's going to be very, very exciting. So stay tuned for that. And shout out to Humminbird. If you guys haven't looked at their stuff, make sure you do. Shout out to Humminbird for sponsoring today's podcast. Now let's get into it. Hey, everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning into another Addicted Fishing podcast. We got my buddy Jason in here today. He's been in a few of these podcasts. Actually, you've been in probably the last, 10 of them? 15?
Almost all of them.
The last all of them, huh?
Almost all of them. I think I've only missed a handful of them.
No, there's been a lot of podcasts before you, dude.
Well, yeah, but the last a lot.
Yeah. How many you think, Clint? Maybe 20 Jason's been in?
The last a lot.
15? I don't feel like 15 probably.
Not
Probably
all
15.
of them, of course not all of them, dude. Come on.
Well, you said all of them, bro.
All of them, dude. Every single one of them I've been in.
Hey, well, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and listening to these podcasts. We've been trying to be really consistent with these things, and we've heard your feedback. We know you guys love them, and so I'm trying to do more and more of these as we keep scaling up and doing podcasts. But this one's going to be all about Jason, guys. So if you guys aren't familiar with Jason, that was kind of my goal on this podcast, was just introduce you to Jason. He's been a big part of Addicted now for a super long time, and he's got his guide business now that he's running. And so I thought it might be kind of interesting to introduce you to the man himself. What do you think?
I mean, why not? I mean, for people that don't know me and people that would like to get to know me more, I mean, this is a good opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any announcements that I need to get out before? I'm trying to think. Is there anything coming up that this podcast, when's this thing going to come out, Clint?
The other two are in, there's three that
Haven't dropped yet because we pre-recorded them? Okay. Well, maybe we could put this one out since we have the warehouse bash coming. Think you could get this one out dialed in time? Saturday? Perfect. Clint's on top of it, guys. He said he could be out tomorrow, which don't we put him out on Fridays anyway? Okay. Fridays.
So it's coming out this Friday.
It's coming out this Friday.
You'll listen to it this Friday.
Exactly. This Friday, which it's
I think it'll be
it is Friday if you're listening to it. It's right now it's July 8th. So that gives you an idea of our recording schedule there, folks. But that means this coming Saturday, which is July 11th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., guys, we have a massive warehouse sale. I'm going to do some insane deals. We're going to do buy one, get one free on hoodies, buy one, get one free on t-shirts. We may even do buy one, get one free on twitching jigs. We're going to go crazy with the sales, guys. They're going to be probably the biggest opportunity for you to come and really stock up on gear. We have lots of short bus flashers, lots of Brad stuff, lots of tackle in our shop, and it's going to be a really, really good opportunity for you guys to get dialed in and take advantage of some really good sales that we have coming. And on top of that, we have a couple food trucks showing up. We got a coffee truck. We're going to have our fishing simulator set up for you guys to play. We got tons of games that we're going to be trying to do. I'm going to have a scavenger hunt for you guys in the parking lot, which will be really fun. There's going to be a scavenger hunt with a really, really big grand prize that you're definitely going to want to win. So come to the scavenger hunt on Saturday. And then on top of that, guys, the first 50 people are getting gift bags. We're going to give away 100 decals to the first 100 people. And just like you've seen at a lot of our different events, guys, we are going to be making it a party. So come show up this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Richfield, 7509 South 5th Street at our bash in our warehouse. It's going to be fun.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited. Okay, Jason, how long have we known each other?
I mean, I remember the first time.
Back to the Louisville Highway days?
I was going to say, I remember the first time when you were living with AJ.
Yep.
I remember coming over, and we were in the kitchen grabbing a knife to fillet a steelhead that we had just caught on that local river.
Mm-hmm.
And you came out, and you were like, "Oh, what's up, dude? You want a hat? You want a hoodie? You want something?" I was like, Sure,
dude.
I literally walked out with everything, and I think I definitely know I still have the shirt that you gave me.
Was that Fishing Addicts, or have we already gone to Addicted by
then?
then?
No, that was Fishing Addicts.
Fishing Addicts Northwest.
Dude, that was that had to have been 2010, 11 maybe. I was young. I was really young.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 30 now. I was probably 13.
Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah,
But,
because
like-
at the time, AJ was dating your sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's so crazy.
Pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah, that just goes to show you how freaking old I am.
Yeah, and I look into your room and you just have cardboard boxes just stacked to the ceiling.
In my living room, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I did all the apparel like in my living room. I would iron on the patches and make all the apparel myself in the living room.
Yeah,
It's
so
pretty
it's been
crazy.
a minute.
I kind of sometimes I wish I could just go back to those days.
Just the freaking hustle, man.
Just like I felt like even though I was hustling and grinding back then, man, it was a lot more stressful than having a big company like I have now. Like
I can imagine, man.
people don't realize, but it can be tough. Like when you wake up every day and you got a lot of weight on your shoulder when you're running a company and taking care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm blessed and I love it, but there's times when I'm just like, do I really love it?
Take me back to my living room, bro.
Exactly. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about yourself. Like maybe let's just go back to like what was your earliest fishing memory?
Oh, man. Earliest fishing memory would probably be wobbler fishing with my dad back in the day, with my dad and my Uncle Wally. I think we were shad fishing, honestly. I think we were shad fishing, and I was just catching them left and right, and we were in a hog line. And because we were going to do some oversized sturgeon that day or something like that. And then we'd use the shad for some bait. But that's like the earliest fishing memory I have. And then to add on to that, I was like, Dad, I want to catch a salmon. And salmon was closed at that time. But, we just, let a little wobbler out there. And about 45
You were
minutes.
fishing for shad?
Yeah, exactly. And for about 45 minutes goes by, and I'm like, Dad, I'm bored. And they're like, you were just catching like way too many shad. You couldn't even like set the rod down. But anyways, my dad's buddy was anchored right next to us, and he flips a penny over into the boat. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? And he goes, throw it in the water and say, penny to the fish gods, come on, fish, eat that worm. So I was like, okay. So I did it, and literally just after getting all the words out of my mouth, my rod just buckles. And it was a huge summer chinook.
Nice.
That was probably my earliest memory, and that was, man, that was super young. That was probably
6, 7.
it's probably 7 or 8.
You like how I did that?
Yeah.
You didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't catch it because I try not to catch that. But yeah, I would say that's.
So was it
my
your dad then
earliest.
that got you into fishing?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, my dad was sick for fishing.
And he's been fishing for since he was a kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's been salmon fishing since he was a kid. He used to do a lot like on the lakes, on some of the reservoirs up here.
Yeah, kokanee and stuff.
Yeah, kokanee, trout, but and then obviously salmon and steelhead in the river, but that was even later, like I would say probably 15, 16.
Yeah.
But,
So when did it turn into an addiction, or even better, an obsession?
yeah.
Like when did it turn into that from just like a hobby?
From the time I got my license, literally when I could start driving and going places when I pleased, and not having to wait for my mom or my dad or my step-parents to drive me places.
That's
I
when you
was
really
like-
started fishing.
I was on the river. Like,
And what species you think hooked you the most? Was it
steelhead.
steelhead for sure?
I mean, hence Steel Obsession Guide Service.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So did you ever think when you were younger, or even back when you were like really into fishing, say in your early 20s or whatever, or mid 20s, like did you ever think like you would turn it into a living?
I never thought that I would like do it full time, but because I mean that's how when I started I was just part time, and that all I guided was pretty much winter steelhead. So that was kind of the main reason why I named it Steel Obsession, because I didn't really expect to, fish for salmon very much.
Yeah, you're going to just be a drift boat or a raft guide.
Yeah,
But
and-
when did you think when did you realize, I want to guide professionally? Like before you got into like guiding part-time, you were fishing, you were getting really good at steelhead fishing. Like what made you be like, you know what? I think I'm going to guide.
Dude, it was my first trip up to Forks. and I met my buddies Nick and Kalen. And I mean, they were even younger than me too at that point. I think they had just turned 18 and I was 19. I'm a year older than them. And I had a raft at that point, but dude, once I went up there with them and like saw kind of like how they live and like their lifestyle, I was like, dude, this is it. Like, and I'm like, at that point, I was a pretty sufficient like steelhead fisherman. I could go out and usually catch a handful of fish or a couple of fish, or at least have, the right idea of like the gear, the water type of water to fish. But I would say that trip and just that lifestyle, that's what hooked me.
That's what you want to do for a living.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So when you were first getting started, what would you say like were the biggest obstacles at getting started at becoming a fishing guide? And then was it hard to like become a licensed guide? Like if someone's out here, some young kid that's 13 listening to this right now, like was it a super big challenge to become a licensed fishing guide?
It was a bit of a process, but I mean, if you just want a drift boat guide or raft guide, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, there's not much.
Not much to go through. There, you don't have to go through a Coast Guard class. It's just the basic, LLC you got to pay for, business license, insurance, that kind of thing, and then obviously your guide licenses. So it's a little bit to get into, but I would say it's fairly easy.
Mm-hmm.
But
what were the obstacles?
I would say just not knowing how to navigate like the Secretary of State, all that stuff, and then obviously just booking clients.
Getting actual people that want to pay you to go fishing.
Yeah, that was the main thing. And I was kind of lucky because I had kind of built myself up on social media to like have some sort of social media presence. So I was lucky in that sense to where I could pick up, a couple of clients here and there, because I was only guiding on the weekends. So if I could get, 2 guys, I was taking singles too. I mean, I wasn't.
You just wanted to fish, and you're like, let me make a little money.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say I'm pretty much the same way now. But it's just a little bit tougher to take, especially when I have the big boat now. It's a little bit tougher to just take the single guys, but it's nice because I can kind of, book those days with, groups of 3, 4, 5, and then plug that single in at the same time. So it's not saying I won't fish a single, because I will. I'll just find a place for you.
Yeah. So you've been doing it for quite a while now. What do you think most people underestimate about running a guide business?
The time. The amount of sheer time that you spend on everything fishing related, trying to keep up with the seasons, trying to keep up with your gear, trying to keep up with your equipment. I mean, that's the biggest thing, especially in the last year since I've owned my big boat, trying to keep up with the maintenance on everything, keeping everything clean, organized, leaders up to snuff, and just the ever-changing adaptation that you have to have being a fishing guide. It can be really tough.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would be very good at it, partly because I'm not patient, but also the discipline it takes to wake up every morning time and time and time again is something I probably could do, but I would be miserable. Like, I'm not a morning person. I don't like to get up time and time and time and time and time again in the morning. Like, I like every once in a while, you know what, I'm going to sleep until 8 tomorrow, and when you're a fishing guide, you don't do that.
It is nice. Like, when you do catch those days off, dude, the sleep, the quality of sleep that you get after like a 10, 15-day bender, dude, it is like bar none.
So walk us through like a normal, like tell everyone out there listening, like what you're basically doing throughout the year in your guiding business, like what you start with, say at the beginning of the year, and then how it kind of transitions, like what your seasons are.
Okay, so basically, I mean, let's just start in January. January, I'm winter steelhead fishing, and that's kind of a mixture of, hatchery and wild fish. And then, as we go through February and March, we kind of switch it up to mainly just targeting wild fish. Granted, in our Southwest Washington region where I steelhead fish, there's a good influx of hatchery and wild fish through those months. So it kind of, I wouldn't say you're specifically targeting, hatchery fish or wild fish. It's just your steelhead fishing. You can catch either
whatever
one.
you catch, you catch.
And then I'd say April, that first week of April, I'm usually in the Columbia, trolling for springers. And then, kind of as we start to move through April, I will go back into the tributaries, but kind of the bigger tributaries. I'm still on my jet boat. And then May hits, and then I'm back in my raft or drift boat doing tributary springers. And then June hits, and we're kind of in this limbo where there's still salmon to be caught, but there's also a lot of summer steelhead, between the tributaries and then a little bit in the Columbia, and then you have salmon in the Willamette. And that's kind of I try to kind of stick to one, but you bounce around a little bit. I will say this is probably the first year in a long time that I haven't done any tributary steelhead guiding in the summertime, which is kind of weird for me. But at the same time, I've been doing so much salmon in my big boat, I can kind of, take a step back from that grind, because that fishing can be an insane grind. It's like a 2-hour window in the morning sometimes, and it can be done. So there's that. And then, so as we move on, through July, then it's pretty much, there's still a handful of salmon to be caught over in the Willamette, but they're starting to get wise. They've been in the system for a while. So that gets a little tough. Then you kind of switch to, summer steelhead later in the month, because that can get really good in the Columbia, as well as the tributaries. And then August, buoy 10, fall fishing starts. Then that's pretty much all the way until, midway, halfway through October. October kind of starts that coho timing, where it's pretty much October, it's close to Chinook retention.
Yep. So you're going to stay in your big boat this year, especially.
I'll be in my big boat pretty much
till November.
Yeah, till the last week of October. And then November hits, and we're back to the raft. And I like to target beer on coho on some of the smaller tribs, like tiny little tribs. Fun fishing.
Yeah.
Like twitch jigs, spinners, bobber and beads, bobber and eggs, that kind of thing. Plugs. I love a good plug takedown on the raft. And then December hits, and I kind of go into a chill month. December, I would say, is my get stuff done, take some time off for the holidays, that type of thing.
We don't have a lot of good December fisheries, especially in our region.
We really don't.
We
really don't.
We have a few
handful.
but they're not.
Yeah.
And it's weird. They're very hit or miss. So it's like sometimes they can be really good, and then other times, so it's like hard to guide on that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what would you say your favorite fishery is throughout the year if you had to pick one?
Oh, winter steelhead.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I do. Over the last handful of years, I've really grown to love the fall time. Like September.
Yeah, it's a blast.
I freaking love September.
Yeah, it's same with me. Like I love that September time and then the winter steelhead time. Like those two, easily my favorite. Like that I look forward to more than anything.
Top two.
Yeah.
Not far behind though would be tributary spring Chinook.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Even though it's an early wake up and an early day.
And it can just be such a grind. Like I liked it back in the day when it was good. I used to be able to rip and go to hit the bank, and like it wasn't uncommon to hook 3 or 4 springers,
For sure.
And now it just seems like there are years, it's just like any fishery, like it goes through ups and downs, but man, it just seems like it's been tough.
Yeah, definitely been a grind last couple years.
So out of all the techniques that you do, what's your favorite?
Oof. Probably bobber fishing. Bobber fishing or 360 takedowns.
Yeah. Same with me. I mean, those would be my, or maybe a wobbler takedown.
Wobbler
on the bank is fun.
So are diver and bait. Diver and bait takes are pretty rad.
Yeah.
And God, there's so many different ways that we fish.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard to beat.
A spoon take is pretty fun.
Well, I was gonna say it's hard to beat a herring bite.
Yeah, that's cool too.
God, a herring bite is so. It's just the progression of it.
You have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of self-discipline to wait on a herring bite.
So what do you think makes a good client? What's just a 10,000 foot view of like what makes a good fishing client?
Like I would say top 3 qualities: being flexible, being teachable, and what was the third one? I just had it on my
Showing up on time.
being there on time. But
So teachable, flexible.
yeah, being teachable, being flexible. Man.
And tip good.
Yeah. Being a good tipper is definitely a good way to get good graces with the guide. But no, I don't know. I would say just those two things, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you got to be. You definitely need to be teachable. That's a big one.
if you're not teachable, it is so hard to guide you.
Yeah, because that was the follow up question: is what makes a difficult client?
Oh man, that's it. Right
And
there.
on all the fishing guides that I've worked with over the years, like that's the number one thing is the dudes that just don't listen, don't want to learn. They get in the boat. It's always Cameron loves to tell me. It's always the guy that gets in the boat and says, "I've been doing this forever. I'm super good at it." And then you
I
realize
fish all the time.
Yeah. You realize right away that he does not know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I would say that would probably be,
But not a bad thing if you can just be teachable.
exactly.
But if you come into it with a negative, with an attitude of like, I know what I'm doing, it's going to be tough for the guide for sure.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that. Okay.
yeah, no doubt.
So let's see. What do you think is the biggest mistake you've ever made with your guide business?
Not having a website sooner, not having the social media presence that I have had in the past. I've kind of fallen off of it, and I can say, like, for personal clients, not clients that come from Addicted, because that is a huge platform for me now. I would say that.
Yeah, getting more consistent on social and
Yeah,
not fall. Yeah, because there was a time in your life, I remember when you used to post all the freaking time just to show people your fish.
Dude, I was literally posting 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, just to show people you were catching,
Yeah.
even when you weren't guiding much.
Yeah,
you were still
literally,
doing it.
that's when I really wasn't guiding much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, and I think it's hard because there's this culture now in the fishing industry, specifically in the Pacific Northwest more than ever, that just is like this negative connotation towards like sharing your catches and blowing up spots and doing all this stuff. And it's like, dude, it's just so hard because there's like to some extent there's like a fine line there, but dude, you got to share. Like you got to get people excited about fishing and get people wanting to go. And
in this day and age that we are in, social media is such a huge platform for your business.
Yep.
Like, yeah, you got your Google ads, yeah, you got word of mouth, but that presence on social media can make a huge difference. It really can.
Yeah. They can make all the difference.
But really, I
Yeah.
mean, it's literally the difference between, okay, I have 4 guys booked on this day, and now that I make a post, I can fill up either one, maybe the other 2 spots. So
For sure.
it's
Okay, here's a good question.
uh-huh.
If someone wants to become a fishing guide because they think they get to fish every day, what would you tell them?
Think again, my friend. Think again. Yeah, you get to fish every day, but every day you get to basically, unless you know your clients and you know that they have done it with you before, or something along those lines, or you like I said, the person. I mean, it's literally like teaching a toddler to walk sometimes.
Yep.
I mean, think about people that go on a tour guide. They have no idea what they're doing. You are literally your life or their life, and their success is put into your hands. So I would say,
And I've been on a few guided fishing trips, and they're not what it all crafts up to be.
yeah, no, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot of.
I think you lost a
entertainment.
couple rods in one day last year.
I did. And then the day before, I lost another one.
Yep.
So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of patience.
Yep.
And a lot of patience and a lot of people skills. Like, you got to be good at talking to people. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but it makes the trip. When fishing is slow and you have no conversation, nobody's having a good time, it makes for a bad trip, and those clients 95% of the time are not going to come back.
Yep.
So if you can be energetic, even if you're not catching fish, if you can be energetic and just be a storyteller, be an entertainer, be a tour guide, like know kind of what area
Cameron's
you're
going to
in.
make fun of those hoochies, by the way. I was just thinking that.
Whatever.
I was just laughing.
These ones or these ones?
Both of them, all of them.
Oh, God.
He's going to be like, what are those giant hoochies that you're using? Because all those guys down there only use like the little tiny micro hoochie.
Well,
like all of them. And I've been in like rooms when they're all, like last year when I filmed the Buoy 10 thing and they were all in that room, like all of them tying, they all were using those little tiny. So just FYI, sorry guys, I got sidetracked because I kept looking at Jason's leaderboards.
that's all right. Good thing I only have
I've
4.
caught fish on those too, though. It's not like you won't catch fish on those.
I was
but
going to say, good thing I only have 4 tied up.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So anyway, yeah, like if you're a guy out there and I kind of derailed Jason there, but if you're thinking you want to get into fishing because you think you're going to fish every day, if you're a guide, like that is not the case. Like, I think once you've done it for a super long time, like I look at guys like Pop Off and Cameron and guys that have, and they build these clientele lists where they have like their dudes, like their guys that they fish with. And then eventually I think it gets a little easier.
It does because they learn your program. They kind of know what they're getting into, because a lot of people book these trips and you explain to them kind of how the scope of the day should look, and sometimes they're like, oh, okay, cool, and they don't understand.
Yeah,
like we could go out, we could hook 10, we could hook 1, we could hook none. That's kind of the reality of being a guide and being out there every day. You're gonna have those struggle days.
yeah.
Like not like you see a lot of the highlights on social media. You don't see a lot of the lowlights.
You don't see a lot of the days where they struggle, yeah. And no matter how good you are, I've seen it with Cameron. I've seen it with every single guy I fish with, Jason, Cameron, Pop Off, Big Dave. Like, they all have those days where they struggle and fishing's tough. And that's one of the reasons I think I could never be a guide, because anytime I've ever taken like a bunch of buddies out or anything and I'm struggling, like, dude, I take it freaking personal. Like, people that fish with me in my boat, they know, like, if you show up and you fish with Marlin, you better be freaking prepared to be there all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I ain't leaving until 7 unless I got my limit. Like, and there's a lot of guys that won't do that. A lot of guys will go out, they'll fish till, 2, 3 o'clock, and if they haven't gotten their fish, they go in. And it's like, that's why I know I couldn't be a guide, because I would just be grinding myself to death, because I could not face the fact that I did not get the guy a fish. Like, I would just be doing everything I could to get him one.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where, you have to.
Gotta grind.
You have to. It's just the reality of it.
Yep.
Not every day you're going to go out and kill your fish in 4 hours,
Yeah.
2 hours, an hour.
Unless you're Cameron Black, the legend.
And you can go out in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do a couple little, let's do some rapid fires. You ready?
Okay,
So
yeah.
just one word, couple word answers here.
Yeah.
Favorite salmon technique?
Bobber fishing.
Favorite steelhead technique?
Bobber fishing.
Bobber or back trolling?
Ooh. Probably bobber fishing.
Eggs or hardware?
Eggs.
Favorite month to fish?
March.
I knew it. Favorite river condition? Like high, low, green?
Either bone low and clear, or like
Perfect.
Perfect medium.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 foot of is.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's definitely like bone. Like, I love low water. I've gotten so good at fishing low water and knowing where the fish are going to be and stuff that I love it when it's low. Like, it just stacks them. And
It's nice because
a lot of people give up when it's low.
Oh, it's just nice too, especially when you have a raft and you can fish every day.
Yep.
You get a really good pattern on the fish.
Okay. Coffee in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not energy drinks, coffees.
Coffee in the morning, energy drinks later in the day.
Okay.
But the more caffeine, the better.
Okay. Biggest pet peeve at the boat ramp?
Oh.
I know
Being
mine.
late.
Being late. Okay, I was going to say not turning your lights off at the ramp when you're backing your boat in. I cannot stand that, dude. I get so frustrated.
It is annoying. It is annoying, but I've just gotten used to it.
Yeah.
Now. It's like, it's
Yeah, I
not
hear you.
even a
Once you
thing.
launch that many times.
Yeah.
Okay, one piece of gear you could not live without.
like tools or
Could
something?
be anything, whatever comes to your mind. But the first thing that came to mind for me was sunglasses.
Ooh, yeah.
So what's one piece of gear?
Dude, you hit the
Sunglasses.
Oh
yeah,
you hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, fishing would be, it's tough without sunglasses in a lot of scenarios.
Especially when you get yourself a good pair of polarized glasses and you like realize like that it helps you so much.
Oh, it helps you so much. And we could say that, a fishing rod or whatever, right? But I was trying to think of things that were more like accessory type things like that.
Yeah, no, I would say sunglasses, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next for Steel Obsession? What are you going to do?
Man.
You got Buoy 10.
Well, yeah, Buoy 10. Buoy 10 is coming up. And I still have a handful of days left, so that's obviously next for me.
Yep.
But like next business step, like
it's kind of what's next. You can answer it however you want, but I was thinking more short term, like Buoy 10. But if you want to do a long term answer, like what's next?
Long term, I would like to, eventually, kind of like Cameron's doing, is be an outfitter, have a couple of boats under me, or at least another one.
Yeah,
that's like the ultimate goal.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Any bucket list fisheries that you have not fished yet?
You already know. Golden Dorado.
Yep.
Golden Dorado, Bolivia.
Yeah.
In the jungle.
We're going to have to do that someday for sure. I got the connect, dude. I got the connect. Okay. Where can people book a trip?
Online at steelobsession.com or on Instagram or on Facebook or just reaching me direct at 360-608-9074.
Cool. And I would highly recommend it. Like, I wanted to bring Jason here and interview him. I'm going to do this with everyone. So I have Cameron getting scheduled. I'm going to come in and talk to Cameron. It'll probably be a little bit longer with Cameron because I really want to cover all of his like bass fishing stuff on top of his guiding. I got Pop-Off scheduled. I got Big Dave coming in. And I'm going to try to interview all these fishing guides so you can get a really good perspective on just what life is like to be a fishing guide. And, part of Addicted's, from day one, guys, the way Addicted has become and been successful is surrounding ourselves with very good fishing guides. Like when I started making Addicted back in the day, or it was called Fishing Addicts Northwest, like me and Lonnie and Sean and Cody, we were all really good fishermen. Like we all caught fish. People knew of us. People saw our videos. Like they knew we knew how to catch fish, right? But we just had this almost cloud over us where people were like, these guys are just punk little kids. Like they don't even know what they're doing, But the second we started working with guys like Cameron and Gone Catching and Pop-Off, Peel the Reel, like I think it just kind of validated that the information that was coming from us was real information.
I was just going to say the validity of you guys, of the brand just became that much more.
Yeah. Yeah. So I partnered with some really good guys like Cameron, Jason, Pop-Off, Big Dave, Ryan McCon, James Moore. I mean, you can go on our website, just click on the Addicted Guides, but I recommend all you out there listening, go fishing with all these dudes. Like, try to book some trips with all of them if you can. Get out with Jason. Get out with all these guys and try to go fishing because you're going to love it. You're going to have a different experience with each one of the guys, and then you'll find the one that you like the most. You'll find the one that you love to hopefully book more trips with. But, Jason and some of these guys that are just now coming up, if you want to do some of these really popular fisheries like Buoy 10 or even the fall fishery in the backyard, these guys are really, really good fishing guides. And just because they're not fully booked out yet doesn't mean they ain't good fishing guides. It means that they're new. It means that they haven't really built their clientele list yet. They haven't, and there's still opportunity there to go fishing with these guys. So hit him up. Jason had his, he said his website, steelobsession.com, right? Steelobsessionguideservice.com or
just Steel Obsession.
Steelobsession.com, guys. So hit him up on his website, or you can find him on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the different platforms. Just type in Steel Obsession Guide Service, and you'll be able to find him. One last question before we leave.
Okay.
When let's see here. I had it, and I lost it. Idiot. Here we go. What legacy do you hope to leave in the Northwest fishing community when you die?
Oh, man.
All these kids and all these people that are coming up and seeing you as a fishing guide and seeing you in Addicted, like when you die, like what do you hope people remember you as your legacy? It's a tough question.
Dude, it really is.
It's been asked to me a lot with the Addicted side of things, and even on like my side, like it's a tough question. Like I always tell people with Addicted and me and Marlin and everything I built, like I just hope people remember us as the anglers in the community and the brand that really tried to come into the Pacific Northwest and give people real information to help them catch fish.
Yeah.
Like, when I was coming up as a youngster trying to learn, like, it was tough, dude. There wasn't a lot of outlets. There wasn't a lot of places to teach you how to fish. There wasn't a lot of videos.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. So I really came in there with a mission to try to break that mold and really educate people on our fisheries, on how to catch fish, how to catch salmon, how to catch steelhead, and how to get excited about it. So that way, when I do die, hopefully there's people behind us. You know, hopefully there's a legacy behind us. There's people that come up behind us and carry the torch.
For
and
sure.
Salmon and steelhead lives forever, and that's what I hope my legacy is.
Yeah, I would say I hope people remember me as one of the best salmon and steelhead guides in the Northwest.
That'd be sick.
Like, that's
Go down as a legend.
Go down as the legend.
Not the legend.
No,
'cause you
the
gotta beat
legend.
Cameron.
No, the legend.
Oh, Cameron, you hear that if you're listening to this, which we know you're not because you don't listen to anything addicted. You barely even like show up half the time, so we definitely know you're not listening. Everyone watching right now or listening right now to this podcast, just do me a favor and message Cameron and just tell him how much you appreciate him.
But
Just
that
be like,
is,
you know what, Cameron, like, I really appreciate you being part of Addicted, and I really wish you'd just kind of show up more, you know? Just let him know. Shoot him a message.
Yeah. I mean,
gotta beat Cameron.
That's like an ultimate goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Got to set
one
your goals
day,
high.
one day, like, there's a couple of things where I think I could hold my own against Cameron.
Oh, I agree.
But just the overall
If you ask
knowledge,
him that, he'd say no.
just the knowledge. I mean, that dude is so smart.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always said about Cameron. We don't want to turn this into a Cameron blow up his head scenario because he already gets that way too much. But I have always told everyone that if I had to pick one fisherman in the Northwest and just drop him in a destination and figure out how to fish it, it's him. Like, just because, you know, he's got so much experience, like, on small rivers, on big rivers, in the ocean, fishing for bass. Like, he's just super versatile from a fishing perspective. And that's what it takes to just be able to go anywhere in the world and go fishing.
For sure.
But I feel like to some sense, all of us could do it. Like, all of us are seasoned enough anglers where we can get into an area and probably figure it out. And me and Cameron, every time we go book a guide or we go somewhere, we're like, dude, next year we're just going to get our own boat and do this ourselves.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, all right, I hope you guys like the podcast. Like I said, make sure you hit up steelobsession.com. Book some trips with Jason. He's an awesome fishing guide, and you're going to love it. And the buoy 10 season and the fall seasons are coming up. There's some really cool opportunities to get out there and go fishing. So thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget, Saturday, July 11th, Addicted Bash in Richfield, Washington, warehouse sale. It's going to be fun. Hope to see all you guys there. Until next time, we'll see you guys on the river.
Cheers.